evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Today, I am going to be playing Metalfoe's deck. I'm going to open up with special summoning Gofu and then activating a scale. I apologize for you guys not being able to see my scales. That will be corrected in a later video. I'm going to destroy one of my tokens that was special summoned by Gofu, 2-set combination, and now I'm going to go ahead, or Metalfoe's fusion, and now I'm going to Pendulum summon and then fuse into Adamante. I'm going to use Adamante and Gofu to make Ultimate Azulkin, and then I'm going to use my other scale to destroy the Eccentric Archfiend to set a card to my side of the field. That's going to go ahead and trigger Ultimate Azulkin, special summoning Crystal Wing, and that is how good this deck is. No, I'm not playing Metalfoe Yangzing. I am playing strictly Metalfoe Pendulum, and I feel like, yes, this is one of the best decks in the format. Alex Wiener is going to activate Dragon Shrine to send a monster to the graveyard to add Blue Eyes, and now he's going to start drawing into what he can find his outs. Sages the Eyes of Blue is going to search the White Stone of Ancients, and he's really trying to find a way to be able to out Crystal Wing, one of the best cards in the game. Now he's going to Ritual Summon, or he's going to add the Blue Eyes Chaos Max, and then he's going to Ritual Summon for the Chaos Max to his side of the field. Unfortunately for him, he cannot use the Chaos Max to attack for game over the Ultimate Azulkin because he has to attack into the Crystal Wing first, and Crystal Wing's effect will make itself stronger than the Chaos Max. He's going to go ahead and then make Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. On my turn, he's going to activate its effect. I'm going to chain Crystal Wing, and then he's going to effect Valorant, special summoning Black Rose Moonlight, and then on top of that, flipping the Vanity's Emptiness. Oh, thank you, Metalfoe's Gold Driver's 1900 attack, my favorite Metalfoe card, and strong enough to get over the Black Rose Moonlight. Furthermore, I'm going to special summon the Crystal Wing back to my side of the field, and that's pretty much going to lock up the game. Not really much else to do. I wanted to show them that this deck is really good with summoning Crystal Wing, or Crystal Wing via Ultimate Azulkin to your side of the field, and there's so much more that this deck can do outside of summoning Ultimate Azulkin. As you guys can see, I'm going to activate Summoner's Art to search the Cleefort Scout, and then I'm going to use the Scout to search the Monolith. Oh my god, is the Cali Effect playing Cleefort Metalfoes? No, I'm just playing Scout and Monolith because the deck is that good. I would like to take this time out to mention that no, there isn't a life point bar whatsoever. I wanted to make this video as short as possible because the deck profile is at the end of the video. If you guys would like to see the deck profile, then just go ahead and click on further in the video to get to the deck profile. I don't know what to tell you. But for the duels, awesome. I'm going to use Eccentric Archfiend to blow up my Metalfoe's combination. That's going to set up my scales, and then I'm going to be able to special summon Guiding Ariadne, you know, all this other good stuff, destroy it with my other Metalfoe card, and then search a Solemn card. Now with the Cleefort Monolith and Cleefort Scout, I'm going to go ahead and make Cyber Dragon Nova and then Cyber Dragon Infinity. So now I have at least one Solemn Strike, a Cyber Dragon Infinity, and an Eccentric Archfiend on my field. Granted that I have another back row, it's probably another counter trap that's going to ruin my opponent's day. Michael's going to go ahead and activate Toy Vendor. He's going to send Fluffle Wings, tries to activate the Fluffle Wings, and I'm going to go ahead and Solemn Strike it because I don't want Solemn Striking, I don't want Fluffle Wings to go off and then him having an Absorbent board. He's going to go ahead and activate his second Toy Vendor and then discard the draw and pass his turn. Back to me, or at least I would like to think it was back to me. I'm going to go ahead and look at what I have. Maybe I'm gonna use the Eccentric Archfiend's effect, or no, I'm going to destroy Eccentric Archfiend to set a scale. And now I'm going to attempt to make an even bigger board. I'm going to Pendulum summon back for the Eccentric Archfiend, the Metalfoe's Gold Driver, the Guiding Ariadne, and now I'm going to go ahead and Metalfoe's Fuse into the Adamante to my side of the field. And that's going to swing for some pretty good damage to my opponent. Not really much he can do except for take the damage, because I really don't see him having any type of cards like Battle Fader. Not that I couldn't negate it with Cyber Dragon Infinity or anything. The best part about this deck is that it can summon a huge amount of boards with tons of negation. There's been times where I've had double Solemn Strike and a Cyber Dragon Infinity, or Solemn Warning and a Cyber Dragon Infinity, and there is the second Solemn Strike. The Cali Effect is on a roll. I am pretty sure that, you know, Michael has gotten to his, oh my god, a third Solemn Strike. This is too much. With that, I don't even know what else to say. The Cyber Dragon Infinity plus the 3 Solemn Strikes should be more than enough to win this game just outright for me. Really awesome show put on by Michael. I just feel I wanted to show how good this deck is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see the deck profile, stay tuned. It is right here. Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Today we're going to be going over the Metalfoe's Pendulum deck profile that you guys were just seeing. I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck, as it is extremely wacky to play. I will be going over the Cyber Dragon Infinity combo as I go through the deck profile, but let's get into it. For monsters,
I think we run 11 Metalfoe cards, and that is 3 copies of Vol and Flame. A lot of people dislike Metalfoe's Vol and Flame because he is the higher monster, or he is the higher level monster that can't just be normally summoned. But he's extremely important in my opinion because he is a scale 8 and he's searchable through the effects of Summoner's Art. I really like him in that aspect, and worst case scenario, he's a 2400 beater. That's always really nice. 3 copy of my favorite Metalfoe card, Gold Driver. Reasoning why I like Gold Driver, especially in this deck, is because it is a level 4 Pendulum monster. He also has 1900 attack, so sometimes he gets over a lot of pesky threats like Thunder King Ryle. He can kamikaze with him, and then as you guys seen in the video earlier, he ran over the Black Rose Moonlight 4 game. 3 copies of Metalfoe Stealing. I really wish that this was the level 4 guy or the level 3 guy, mainly because he is the high scale and he would be a level 3, so that would be awesome, but he's not. Essentially, we run him because he's a high scale. Really not much else to say about him. 2 copies of Metalfoe Silverette. We run so many low scales, it's not really necessary to run 3 copies of Metalfoe Silverette. I do like that it's a rank 3 and it attributes to my break sword. Next, for non-Metalfoe cards, 3 copies of Guiding Ariadne. Ariadne is busted. This card makes it live, or this deck makes it live because I have 6 targets in the deck for this one card. It's really good. I never use its effect that I don't have to pay for life points. I'm always destroying it with my Metalfoe cards. 2 copy of Eccentric Archfiend. As you guys see, I used an unconventional way to activate Eccentric Archfiend to destroy my own spell and trap card to search a Metalfoe card. Ultimately, it's a Mystical Space Typhoon and an Exile Force in 1 card, and it's a high scale, so it was something that I definitely wanted to play. 2 copies of Magispector Bambuku. This is obviously to search Magispector Kirin. I don't run any other Magispectors, and people like to say that the ratios are off because after I search the Kirin, Bambuku is useless. I think that's not true. Bambuku searches Bambuku, which can exceed someone into a break sword, so you know that's pretty good in essence. I wanted to run 3, but I started clogging with 3, so I went back down to 2. 2 copies of Blackwing Gofu, the Vague Shadow. If you open with this card, you're gonna make Crystal Wing. All you need is this, and I think it's either 1 or 2, it depends on your hand, but at least 1 Metalfoe card, 1 Metalfoe monster. You make this card, you're gonna automatically go into Crystal Wing. It's awesome. The card that you guys have really been wondering about, 1 copy of Cleaford Scout, 1 copy of Cleaford Monolith. These 2 cards actually make the deck with Cyber Dragon Infinity. Like I was saying, you search Cleaford Scout, Scout searches Monolith, and then you destroy your Scout inside with your other Metalfoe Scout, and then you set Scale Special Summon to both free Cyber Dragon Infinity. You don't ever want to play them and keep them as scales because you can only summon Cleaford monsters while they're in scales, so there's no need for that. I normally side them out game 2 and 3. It's just game 1 I win the dice roll, I'll open this with some Solemn Strikes or Solemn Warnings. It's game. 1 copy of Luster Pin, the Draco Slayer. I love this card. There's no reason not to run this card in my opinion. And then 1 copy of Magispector Unicorn Kirin. Easily one of the most busted cards in the deck. We would be running 3 if we were allowed to run 3. For spells, 3 copies of Painful Decision. I want to see my Metalfoes as fast as possible, and I feel that Painful Decision not only thins my deck, but also searches me with Metalfoe cards that I need. High scales, low scales, it doesn't matter. 3 copies of Summoner's Art. I run 4 targets for 3 copies. I don't expect to see Summoner's Art every single game or multiple Summoner's Art. If I do, it doesn't really hurt because I'll use the first Summoner's Art to search Cleaford Scout, and I use the second Summoner's Art to search Metalfoe's Vol of Flame. Another reason why I feel Vol of Flame is a really good card in there. 1 copy of Soul Charge. Soul Charge is really nutty. More often than not, you play Soul Charge, you're gonna win because you're just gonna make some unbreakable boards. And then 1 copy of Metalfoe's Fusion. I've actually used this card more often than not in Metal. I used it in Yang Zings very seldomly. In this deck, I use it a lot. Whether it's to go into the Blackwing Gofu play, sometimes I just want cards in my Pendulum or in my extra deck to special Pendulum summon again. And then more often than not, I want it in my graveyard so I can search it again. So it's awesome. That's it for spells. I'm pretty sure spells puts me at 8. I'm not sure. It puts me at 32 because I know this is 8 traps. So 3 copies of Solemn Strike, searchable by Guiding Ariadne. You want to go first in this deck, and it's gonna win you games because of it. 2 copies of Mind Over Matter. This is the card I was talking about that just makes this deck nutty. First of all, you summon any of your Metalfoe monsters are all psychic, so you can Pendulum summon any of those out and then use this card to negate further cards, and it's searchable by Guiding Ariadne. This card is really nutty. You probably could drop it down to 1 and get away with it though, because you don't search it like crazy. You're gonna search the strikes, but this is actually just more targets for Guiding Ariadne. It always keeps your Guiding Ariadne's life. 1 copy of Solemn Warning. It's pretty obvious it's the best Solemn card. I wish I could run more. And then for Metalfoe's cards, 1 combination, 1 counter. Combination is just amazing. It's just amazing. There's nothing else to talk about this. And then Metalfoe's counter. I normally I'd search combination first. Metalfoe's counter is also an amazing card too. When my monsters are destroyed, I get the special summon. I wanted to run another copy of combination, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it just came up in a couple of instances where I needed it, but other than that, it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose without it, all of this stuff. That's it for the main deck. Now we can get on to the extra deck. 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Infinity, 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Nova. The Cleave cards make it. Utopia Lightning with the Utopia gets over anything that's problematic, that's too strong for me. The Castell, easy spot removal. Magispector Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. This card is awesome. Searches any of my Pendulum cards. Dagusto Emerald. Not only can I use it to add cards from my graveyard to my deck so I can reuse them again, I can also use it to special summon my Metalfoe monsters to my field to extend plays. 1 copy of Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is really good against BA. It's good against a lot of stuff, but I want to say BA because BA is easily the best deck of the format. 1 copy of Phantom Knight's Breaksword. I've already explained it to it multiple times. I've run quite a few 3s, so Breaksword is pretty good in that aspect. Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing is for Ultimate Azulkin. You'll never summon it any other way. Ignister Prominence, I do run the Draco Slayer. I didn't feel that I should run Dynaster because Dynaster just wasn't necessary. 1 Black Rose Dragon, or Black Rose Moonlight. This card is the best 7 right now. And then Ultimate Azulkin to summon all 3 of them if need be. For fusion monsters, 1 Metalfoe's Animanti. You need this for the Gofu combo. And then 1 Orichalc. Yes. I like Orichalc a lot, but I probably would drop it for another Animanti, just because you can summon Animanti freely, and on top of that, you use it for the Gofu play. But so far, Orichalc is really good because you special summon it when it's destroyed. You can destroy a card your opponent controls. That's it for the extra deck. Crap. For the side deck, we keep it pretty simple. 3 copies of Typhoon. You go first, or you go second. You side these in against a lot of Pendulum decks, and you can Typhoon them on their turn. Unfortunately, we can't run Twin Twisters, so 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. That actually suffices for a lot of it. So normally we have 5 cards to side in. That's pretty good. 2 copies of DD Crow. DD Crow is good. Being able to hit Blue Eyes cards, Mermail cards, all that, it's gonna win you the game. Another good card I was thinking about, actually a really good friend of mine, he convinced me to play these, is 2 copies of Fossil Dynapachi Cephalo. I love this card, first of all, but most importantly, I can summon this card, and Blue Eyes players, unless you're playing the Chaos Max build, have no outs to it, 0. And their only Chaos Max out to it will be, Manju. And then I can just Solemn Warning it, I can Mind Over Matter. A friend really convinced me to play this card. It's a really good card. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre. Really good against Mermails, really good against Pendulum. 2 copies of Maxi, easy draw power. And 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Really good against a lot of decks like Mermail and such. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I hope you guys enjoyed both videos combined. Please let me know how you feel. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.